Hi, my name is Mohamad Amirul Haziq bin Mohamad Zahar, and I'm currently enrolling in Bachelor of Chemical Engineering at Taylor's University Lakeside campus. I was born in Kuala Lumpur and are currently staying in Shah Alam, Selangor. My passion has always been sports since I was little because it helps me to stay healthy and it develops perseverance within myself. Upon graduating, I wish to further my study by enrolling in postgraduate studies. I intend to take Masters in Business Administration to enhance my career development in the future. After getting my degree in chemical engineering, I plan to register myself with the Board of Engineers Malaysia (BEM) and also Institute of Engineers Malaysia (IM). Once I'm done with my postgraduate study, I would like to apply my knowledge by working in a chemical engineering related companies that specializes in oil and gas such as Petronas, Shell, and ExxonMobil or as a plant designer. During the first 3 years of my involvement in the industry, I will gain as much as experience as I could. Later on, I will take up the logbook scheme, which is a requirement to become a professional engineer. With this scheme, I am going to record all my activities and projects that I will be involved under the supervision of a professional engineer, which will be a mentor to me. I plan on learning as much as I could from him in terms of expertise and knowledge in the industry. I will also continuously improve myself by attending continuing professional development (CDP) courses organized by IEM, as well as professional courses offered by my workplace in order to be prepared for my professional assessment. Being said so, the estimated time that I will obtain my professional certificate is within 6 years of my involvement in the industry. After that, I will continue working with the industry and further polish my knowledge and experience in the area until I become a senior engineer and are well known in the industry. Since I will be having my MBA, I plan on entering the corporate world after becoming a senior engineer. I will also apply to become a corporate member of the IEM. The SWOT analysis on the table is identified by participating in group works and when studying at university level. In the strength column, I mentioned that I am very responsible as I believe that being responsible will not only make you feel good, but also earn people's respect of you. I am a very dedicated person and also courageous. I put all my efforts on my works and not afraid to try new things in life. Besides that, I'm also a confident and motivated person. As for my weaknesses, there are several weaknesses that have been identified. For example, I'm very bad at time management. Studying and finishing projects at the last minute have become a very common event in my life. I tend to procrastinate to the last minutes. Besides that, I'm also lack of practical knowledge and not very good with machinery as I'm not exposed to them. Sometimes I can also be overconfident and tend to make mistakes more often. Several factors that I consider as threats to myself as competitors having more knowledge and experience than me that makes me quite unable to shine. Apart from that, time constraints is also a factor that can lead to low quality work done by myself, which is a common factor in university life. A packed schedule is also a threat since it is making it hard for me to multitask. The last section is opportunities section. Having helpful friends and lecturers are considered as an opportunity for me since I can ask for guidance and I learn from them. Next, having an experience in industrial sector during my industrial training gave me a clear insight on the areas I need to improve to be competent. Lastly, the complete facility prepared by university allows me to explore my learnings and discover new things with ease. PO1 is about applying the knowledge of mathematics, science, and engineering practices to solve complex engineering challenges. I was able to achieve this program outcome through engineering mathematics 3 and stoichiometry and processes applications. In mathematics 3 tests, I was required to solve questions related to differential equations of several orders and also perform mathematical modeling towards real-life situations. As for stoichiometry and process applications, a lab was conducted to determine the mass and energy balance of the saponification process between sodium hydroxide and ethyl acetate by using a continuous tank vector. Through these modules, I was able to obtain a score of 59 for PO1. PO2 requires the student to identify, formulate, analyze, and document complex engineering challenges to arrive at viable solutions and substantiated conclusions. I was able to achieve this program outcome through thermodynamics and heat transfer module. In the heat exchanger lab report, our group were to assess a heat exchanger which is commonly used in various process and industries. The purpose of the experiment was to determine the heat transfer rate for co-current flow and counter-current flow. By identifying the heat transfer rate, we were able to identify the most optimum configuration in the performance of the heat exchanger. Through this module, I obtained a score of 52 for PO2. PO3 requires students to apply the conceive, design, implement, and operate CDIO solutions to solve complex engineering challenges. The method was implemented by my team in engineering design and communication subject and engineering design and ergonomics. In engineering design and communication subject, my team and I were assigned with a task to build a smoke detector robot. The portfolio consists of the detailed design, proposed budget, and failure analysis had been prepared by my team. As for engineering design and ergonomics, the CDIO was implemented throughout the making of our project, the multi-purpose tunnel. After going through several stages of designing, we came up with a different design than initially proposed. Therefore, a return on failure was done to discuss and analyze the failure of the project. Through these two modules, a score of 58 was obtained for PO3. For PO4, I was required to conduct a research and investigation into complex challenges using experimental methods. This PO has been achieved through a lab experiment of mass transfer, which is gas diffusion coefficient. The purpose of this experiment is to determine the diffusion coefficient of acetone in gas state by evaporation from a liquid surface. The meniscus level of acetone is observed for 10 minutes interval and a graph was plotted to analyze the results. The experiment proves that acetone is diffusing from high concentration area to low concentration area. Through this module, I have obtained a score of 61 for PO4. I have achieved PO5 through the lab report of chemical process modeling. The title of the experiment was pressure calibration. The aim of the experiment is to calibrate the pressure gauges by setting the reference apparatus, which in this case is the digital pressure calibrator. The experiment was conducted to obtain gauge pressure, vacuum pressure, and differential pressure. Mean percentage difference is calculated to determine the most accurate pressure gauges, and the line regression of the graph plotted is also used to determine the most accurate apparatus. By learning this module, I was able to obtain a score of 71 for PO5. PO6 aims to apply reasoning of contextual knowledge to assess societal health, safety, economical, and cultural issues relevant to professional engineering practice. This outcome has been achieved through the project of Managing Project for Success subject. For our project, my group and I were determined to improve the design of current shopping carts used by supermarkets so that they are more environmental friendly. By applying thinking technique and also following the CDIO plans as well as being aligned with the SMART goals, we came to a conclusion to build a clip-on brush to clean the trolley's tires. This solution can help supermarkets to save a lot of maintenance costs and is very easy to use. Therefore, the score that I obtained for PO6 is 69. PO7 requires me to explain the global impact of professional engineering solutions by demonstrating knowledge and need for sustainable development. I have achieved this PO in pollution control module, which requires me to study the effect of current pollution towards the environment and society, as well as analyzing the safety of this waste generated by engineering solutions in terms of hazard and health. The PO has been achieved through a lab experiment entitled wastewater treatment. This experiment aims to investigate the removal efficiency of chemical oxygen demand in wastewater through the process of coagulation and flocculation. From this experiment, we were able to determine the optimum parameters to remove impurities in wastewater. The score I have obtained for this PO is 70. For PO8, the program aim is for the students to apply professional and ethical responsibilities of engineering practice. I have achieved this PO through safety in process plant design module. In this module, I have to complete the training record sheet, which consists of summarized contents of talk hosted by guests which specialize in safety in plant design, and also article or journal regarding safety. Examples of training that I have attended were the bow tie talk by Mr. David, hazard identification and risk awareness by Ian Parker, and layer of protection analysis LOPA article. These trainings and talks teaches me on identifying the risks which can be applied in plant designing in the future. Apart from that, the talk given by Ian Parker emphasized on the importance of hazard studies in plant design. For this PO, I have obtained a score of 65. PO10 requires the students to function effectively as an individual and in multidisciplinary settings. This PO has been achieved through multidisciplinary engineering design, which requires us to form a group within different disciplinaries of engineering. An aquarium control system project was built by our team within the given time frame. The aquarium is installed with automated monitoring system to monitor the water quality. This is very important since optimum water conditions should be kept constant for a certain species of fish. By working together, we were able to apply our knowledge in our own disciplinaries and combine them to design a successful project. Working in a team requires a great teamwork between the team members. Therefore, recognizing each member's strengths and weaknesses is necessary for us to plan a strategy in making the project a success. For PO10, I have obtained a score of 80. PO12 requires students to effectively manage projects in multidisciplinary environments and apply project management tools and techniques to one's own work to satisfy stakeholders' requirements. This PO has been achieved in Managing Project for Success module. In this module, we have set a group of students with different engineering disciplines. We were given the freedom to choose our own topic regarding the project that we want to build. The project needs to be realistic as well as economically viable and technologically feasible. This is to assure that we can build a project based on the stakeholders' interests by applying engineering solutions to our project. For our group, we first decided to redesign the current model of shopping carts. However, after layers of improvements, we decided to build a clip-on brush which is used to prevent dust from getting stuck in the tires. This idea is technologically feasible for us and also economically viable since the material is easy to get. For this PO, I have obtained a mark of 63. PO1 and PO2 is mainly on cognitive skills. Since these two POs are the two of the lowest POs I have achieved, I need to improve my cognitive skills by solving mathematical challenges and also emphasize on solving problems using critical thinking. Currently, I am doing my final year project and chemical engineering group project. With the existence of these two platforms, I hope that I can improve these POs by applying critical thinking analysis in completing the project. PO3 is one of the three lowest PO that I have obtained. DCPO focuses on technical skills which in previous semester had been achieved through project-based modules. Since I don't have enough technical skills, I think I can improve my technical skills by applying my knowledge in my FYP and CAGP. For example, CAGP uses Unisim software which requires a deeper understanding of the software itself. I was hoping to learn more about technical skills from my friends and also my supervisors.